So yesterday we discussed about NumPy. Today also we are going to discuss about the same NumPy concept only. So as we discussed yesterday, NumPy, which is mainly used to create some kind of array matrix multiplication, those kind of functions. So we discussed about the range and then ones, zeros, I, full line space, everything we discussed. Now we are going to start with the next important stuff. Okay. So now what I'm going to do here is again we need to import NumPy because this all run by yesterday. So again to handle we need to import it. Else you need to run it from the beginning so that you guys needs to understand. See here it's starting from one because once you closed the Jupyter notebook, if you are again opening it up we need to run it again. If you are directly running something else, then it won't. It will give you the error. So that you guys just take care of that. So the next thing what we are going to do here is a range and a random integer. These two things yesterday we discussed, right? So I'm just creating these two things. So now I have a two variable names. One is containing a range and another one is containing a random integer. So when we are just going to, I want to know the shape. So shape means always it will comes with row comma column. Yesterday as we discussed, everything is based on row and column. So when I'm just giving the variable name dot shape 25, that means it's having total 25 rows. It having only one column, actually no columns, only it continuously having the numbers. So that's the reason we are telling this as a 25 columns. So now we are just going to apply some inbuilt functions and we are just going to change the shape. So for that perspective, this variable name dot reshape, and here I am giving a 5 comma 5. So when you are just giving a 5 comma 5, then you will get a 5 row 5 column like that, like this. So this is what reshape is. So total you have a 25 elements 0 to 24. So you are giving a 5 comma 5. In case if you are giving a 4 comma 5 means you will get the value error. Cannot reshape array of size 25 into shape 4 comma 5. Because when you are going for a 4 comma 5, then it will definitely going to take some 20 values only, right? So 4 rows and 5 columns, then it's going to take only 20 values. So for that perspective, you guys needs to take care of this mathematics, and this all very basic mathematics. So 5 into 5, it's your 25. So which is all the result of multiplication result of 25, you can able to go ahead with that particular shape. So that's how you can able to reshape the array. So the next thing is this another variable name where we are having the random integer variable name, right? So you are having some output like this. So when you are just having an output like this, what is the minimum value from this array? So you have a 48, 4, 47, you have a multiple values like this. So what is the minimum value of this? So to come to know that, we have something called minimum. Uh, so R, so min, it will give you the minimum value. So 4 is the minimum value, correct? So in case if I am giving a max 48, 48 is a maximum value here. I gave it Akash. So then when, if you want to know the index position of 48, so if you want to know what is that index position of 48, so you can just use argument max. it will give you the index position, ARG. 0 is the index position of 48. The same if you are giving a minimum means, okay. So this is how we were, this argument minimum, argument maximum, this all help us. Okay. So shape, reshape, it's all done. Now we need to start with broadcasting. So see, broadcasting is a very important concept in NumPy. When you are just going to, yesterday I explained about this arithmetic functions, right? One array, array plus array, array minus array, array into array, those kind of stuff. You can able to do arithmetic functions with the help of this array operations. This we already aware of. But now what actually I am asking you guys to do here is, when you are planning to do this arithmetic functions between two different shape of arrays, then that's known as your broadcasting. So broadcasting, that is nothing but which is going to perform some arithmetic function between two shape of the arrays. That's what your broadcasting is. Okay. So when you are planning to operate two arrays, okay, so array 1 may be in a different shape, array 2 may be in a different shape. You can able to do some arithmetic functions, not in all the situations, only if it's satisfy this two condition. So they are equal. One possible point is they are equal, or any one of them is needs to be only one element. So if this two conditions satisfy, we can able to do this broadcasting. So let's we discuss broadcasting in depth. So what is broadcasting? First, you guys will understand that broadcasting, that is nothing but doing an arithmetic functions between two different shape of arrays. So here you have a which is having one dimensional array. So A, B, C. All these things are in a different shapes. So here A and C are in same shape, B is in a different shape. So now you can able to do an arithmetic function in between two if they are equal. If they are equal, okay, so A and C are equal. Else, if it's equal to 1, so B is equal to only one element, correct? So that's the condition here. So okay, let's we go ahead with this. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give an one more variable name x, and I'm going to give a one more variable xx, which is a reshaped element of your x. So your x which is having 4 comma 1, so like this. Now your only 4, okay, we don't have a column, but here we have a row and a column both, so you'll be getting output like this. So in this C, in this A into B, we just multiplied. This is in different shape. Here you have a 3 element, but this B is equal to only one element. So you can able to do the arithmetic function based on this. Now here you have a x. X is nothing but which is having total 4 element, and you are just reshaping it 4 comma 1 like this. So again what we are going to do here is, I'm going to create one more element. The element is y and z. So what we are actually going to do with this y and z is, y which is having 5 elements, z is having a 3 comma 4 element. Okay. So this is in a different location, different shape, and this is in a different shape. So now your x is having a 4 element and your y is having a 5 element. When I am applying your x plus y, you are getting a value error. Operands could not broadcast together with the shapes 4 comma 5. See, this is having an 5 and x is having total 4. See, so we can't able to do any arithmetic function between this. But this a into b we can able to do, because b is equal to only one element. So 2.0 into 1.0, 2.0 into 2.0, 2.0 into 3.0, this is possible. But in this scenario, this is not possible. This is what I am trying to explain. Okay, so broadcast is actually applicable, but not in all the situations, only in some small situations. So that's that very important thing that you guys need to understand. So there is a two conditions. One, your array element must be equal. That means if you have a 2 to 2 array and you are going to do some arithmetic function with another 2 into 2 array, that is fine. Else you have only one element in B and you are having 2 into 2 element in your A, you can able to do this. But we can't simply perform some arithmetic function in between 4 comma 5 and 5 comma 5. Okay, so this is the concepts behind your broadcasting. So now you have some conditional elements. So array, so now by range 1 comma 11. So it is just giving this. So I'm just applying a condition array which is greater than 4. That means if these things are greater than 4, then we'll be getting a false. So the remaining everything will be getting an true. So like this. So you can able to apply this particular condition as an indexing like this. Okay. So that's all important stuff in NumPy. As we already discussed, we can't able to cover the full NumPy concept. So hereby I just given the reference link for you guys to simply go ahead with all other inbuilt functions. But don't focus much about NumPy. So today what you guys need to do today is work out this numpy, and based on numpy you have one exercise, I guess. If it's not there, yeah, this is your exercise. So today you just to work out on this class 2, class 1 and class 3 yesterday we discussed. So now work out on class 2 and work out on your numpy exercise. That's more than enough. So you guys needs to write a code which is used to create an array like this. So this is what your task is. One second, let me check that I am having a numpy. Okay, I think I didn't upload this exercise. I will upload it right now. So that this is all your task for today, guys. Okay. So any questions?
Hello, Umaira. Hello.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, can you please help me? Can you please guide me out? How do I install Jupyter?
How do you install Jupyter? So how many
Yeah.
times you want me to explain that?
No, Jupyter. No, I missed out yesterday's class, right?
Yesterday we discussed about NumPy. Jupyter class
Okay,
are
okay.
discussed last week now.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, 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 okay. Fine. Yeah, okay.
NumPy recordings are there in the drive. You can go through the recordings.
Okay. Okay.
So guys, I am uploading this exercise. So any questions for Akash and Priya?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. Akash, don't worry about the C programming as of now, Akash. Just to go focus on this things first. Later we covered everything. I will guide you how to go ahead with C programming. As you are a fresher, definitely they may ask from the C program, but for data science domain, they won't ask you those things, C data structure and all those things. Only if you are going for the complete development sector means they may expect those kind of stuff. But you are going in an artificial intelligence sector, so you don't need to worry too much about it. Okay. Okay, guys, I uploaded the exercise. Workout. We'll see tomorrow 6:30 a.m. Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye, ma'am.